Garrett Blevins here, and this was an exciting day. Really have released almost all of the fatigue that I built up over the last year, honestly, and now I'm reaping the benefits of that. Able to move some weight better than I've ever moved it before. Here, 575 kind of looks like a joke, and 625 comes up after this, and I'm really happy with these two reps. You'll see the speed on them. Pretty much when I unracked this first rep, the platform shook underneath me and I kind of lost my balance there. Even after that happening, this rep moved extremely well. I don't know if this is even opener speed. I mean, it moves so fast. There's no slowing there whatsoever. I don't know where my upper limit is anymore. I have no idea. I'm going to talk with my coach about maybe lifting some heavier weight next week because this moved way faster than I thought it would. I think it moved even faster than 605 last week, and it's 20 pounds heavier, and I don't know what to say about that. This rep here I think actually moved better than the first rep. No bar speed slowing at all, and really happy with that. Finished up with some back off work with 565. This was a little more taxing than I thought it would be. Even though it was sets of 4 and it was 60 pounds less than my top sets, just doing the reps really got me out of breath on this day. I think part of that was because it was so hot in the gym. But I think this is a good evidence of what volume-based training does. And when you really do sink your time into peak. I mean, I've been peaking really for the last, 5 weeks or something like that. And it's something where, I've put out videos before on a 3-week peak. But honestly, if you're really going to peak, if you're doing this at an elite level and you're spending the time, you can have a longer peak. I'm working on developing some of those for clients. I had somebody ask me the other day about how to peak, and the basic principles are you're going to remove your volume, you're going to increase your intensity. But there are a lot of ways to do that. And adding in singles to hone your technique is a really important part of a peak. And that's something that I've left out before where I've focused on triples. I think triples are a great way to figure out what your openers should be. But I don't think that doing only triples in a peak is necessarily optimal, because learning how to do a 1 rep optimally with your best form and best technique is a very important part of powerlifting. You'll notice I left in here bent over row. This is like, I did 360-ish just because I moved the weight around on these a lot. I went up and down. But I do use a lot of my back when I'm doing those, and I do that on purpose. I'm not trying to do a strict bent row. I'm really starting to work some of those explosive movements and kind of work almost that lockout portion of the deadlift. So just so you know, that's why there's a little bit more body movement. Bench was good today. Didn't have any pain, even with some of the weather changes that are coming around, which was really nice. Shoulders are feeling really healthy and good. And honestly, I'm just really excited to get into nationals. I think I'm going to be... This is 4 weeks out right now, starting this week, so it's really coming down to the wire now, and I'm getting excited about it. I want to bring in ethical dilemma number 2, and this has the same thing. There's a runaway train headed towards 5 people on the track, and in this scenario, you are on a bridge over the train, and this bridge is really high, and so the workers can't hear you. Either you're mute, they're deaf, I don't care, but don't try to change the scenario. You have to respect the limitations of it to get at the moral reasoning that you have. And the only thing that you can do is push an extremely large individual off that bridge, and their extreme bulk is actually going to stop the train before it kills the 5 people. And this is your option. You have to physically push a person over the edge of the bridge. He falls down to the tracks, and as the train hits him, it will stop because of how large this person is. You are not big enough. If you jump down there, the train's going to run right over you and then over the 5 people. And the question is, would you push that person off the bridge to stop the train and save the 5 people? Give me your gut reaction, your initial answer. Don't overthink it and don't, change and flop back and forth. Just give me your gut reaction. And then once you give me your gut reaction, then you can give me some explanation if you want. But I really want that first instinct in the comments below. Appreciate all the responses to the last video. Hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.